Hi guys, this is Sean Schools, aka Premiere Pro. This is Adobe Video World Day 3. I'm here with Mooney, a very familiar face, the face of Premiere Pro. I'll let you introduce your title because I don't want to butcher it.
Why would you have to try and remember it? I'm the Senior Product Manager for Editing at Adobe.
And what does that mean on a day-to-day basis?
It means I'm responsible for the overall strategy of what we do with creative video editing at the company. So, I mean, historically it's been about Premiere Pro, right? What does Premiere Pro do? What should it do? What workflows should we make the focus, and what's the sort of long-term plan? But as the world is changing and things have progressed, it's become also about how do we build mobile into it with things like Clip, and how can we make it easy for people to be creative with video wherever they are, whatever they want. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Very cool. Today is Adobe Day.
It is. It's one of two Adobe days, I think.
I think you're right.
I'm not trying to correct you.
But what's the significance of Adobe Day?
Well, so I mean, historically we had After Effects World, which was a couple of days in Seattle. Last year we did our first Premiere Pro World in San Jose. And we basically realized that having two separate things that are product specific kind of didn't make sense anymore. And that's because we know that people, most creative people, most editors do some stuff with motion graphics and vice versa. And we really believe in trying to make the tools accessible for all the different kind of types of creative, right? So it made much more sense to us to have one whole video world where everyone came together. So we have brilliant motion graphics artists and we have brilliant editors came together. We kind of crunch everyone together and share ideas and thoughts and that kind of thing. So what does it mean to have an Adobe Day here? Well, so FMC put this event on and attendees come and they these fantastic training courses. They have like the best trainers in the industry here.
The best.
Seriously, the best. It was the two-camera the best, that was. And that's what they've been doing the last couple of days. The significance of Adobe Day is that these guys who have come to be here to learn, to share their ideas, we engage with them directly for the entire day. So that we get so much feedback from them. They get to tell us what they think, good and bad, and that's really been something that's happened today. Good and bad. I accept there's some bad, mostly good, but there's some bad, right? And we need to hear it. Sorry, that's someone I know that. So it's really just about direct engagement, us and you guys, and I think it's awesome.
I think it's awesome too. Question?
Yeah, question from the online audience. One is, can you talk a little bit more about what Premiere Clip is? And then can we see your shirt more fully? Is that okay?
Yeah.
I knew this was going to
awesome questions. So Premiere Clip is that we're doing the shirt at the same time?
Sure.
All right, let's do the shirt first. This shirt is a cat with laser beams staring at the moon and rainbows. For those of you who don't know, I always wear cat shirts, and so here is one of my favorites. Premiere Clip is a product for... Yeah, oh, look at that. It's like we rehearsed, which we didn't, by the way. Premiere Clip is a application for iOS. It's coming for Android very, 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 very soon.
We saw it demoed today.
You did. Although now I have to kill you because you said that. No, I'm joking. So we saw a thing today where, bye guys, we saw a thing today where, sorry, no, I'm getting confused. Premiere Clip is an iOS-based application that allows you to shoot video on your phone and do some editing and add some titles and add some effects and some looks and then bring it up into Premiere Pro. So it's like an editing environment designed for iOS and soon Android, free on the iOS App Store. You can get it right now and shortly on the Android store. Check it out. There you go, that sounded like a commercial.
It did.
Okay. Thanks for the question.
Yeah.
I just want to go back quickly to what you were saying before about Adobe employees interacting, engaging with Premiere Pro users. Because obviously you're the face of Adobe, I'm just a Premiere Pro user. And it's awesome to be able to touch and see these folks, like the people that built the product. And these people are passionate. They love sharing their product with the creative community. So, I mean, I guess I'm plugging Adobe Video World. If you have the opportunity, find an opportunity to come out here and meet these people because they're real people.
I mean, that's one thing. Somebody actually said to me today, it's nice to confirm that I'm like three-dimensional. And I sweat and I'm normal. No, I mean, that's exactly what it's for, right? And for the record, yes, come to a video world, but we do try and be engaged as much as we can be. We do loads of user groups. It's not that hard to meet us. I hope. I mean, you know, we move around the world a lot. We're engaged, and it's very, again, without wishing to sort of sound corny, it's really, really crucial and important for us, because that's how we build the right products, by understanding and knowing the community that we work in. And so it's nice to hear you say that, man.
Thanks.
Yeah.
One of the things I really enjoyed was seeing one of the Adobe employees on stage whip out his phone and get a feature request or bug report notification right there. So it's just proof that you guys...
In case you think we don't read them, I mean, I actually have turned off notifications on my phone because there's so many. But that's true. I mean, and in case anyone thinks we don't read the bug reports or feature requests, we read every single one and we really care. And somebody also asked, why didn't you reply to mine? And it's like, well, it's really hard to reply to everyone, but please understand that that's a hugely important part of what we do. Everything gets read, everything gets stored, everything gets collected, and so those channels, while they may sometimes seem like you don't get anything back, are hugely important, so keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Question, someone has been having some issues with CUDA Premiere Pro, and do you have any recommendations for how people should seek out the help they need?
Sure, so there have been some CUDA issues, we know about that. There is the very latest driver fixes a great deal of it. Actually, the NVIDIA guys were here, so I could try and cut it. Well, no, I won't do that. The best way, if you're still having issues, the best thing to do is to, like I just said, file the reports and go to the forum. Most of the big NVIDIA issues should be done, so ensure that you're on your very latest driver with the very latest version of Premiere Pro, which is 902 currently.
And the follow-up question is, should they go to El Capitan? Is that going to help the problem, or...?
With the shipping version of the software, we're suggesting that you avoid El Capitan. However, with the forthcoming release, which is really soon, and I'm not allowed to say when, we will have full support for El Capitan. So, not right now is my suggestion.
So just in summary, there's the feature request bug report page.
They all come to my inbox and I read everyone, and that is true.
There's
along with other people as well.
There's the forums.
Yep.
And then I also heard the Facebook page today.
Yeah, we have a great Facebook page called Moving to Premiere Pro, and we also have the Premiere Pro
that's a group,
overall one. Yeah, so not that one. So we're very active on Facebook as well. We try to be as active as possible on all the channels. It's a great way for people to communicate with us. It's easy, it's fast. So yeah.
I just have one more question.
Sure.
Something I learned today was JDI. Well, what is JDI? How does that work into listening to the Premiere Pro community?
So sometimes people ask us for a feature which is like, change the way I work with color, and that's a huge amount of work and takes lots of planning and consideration and discussions. Other times people ask us for a feature which says, give me one button that does this thing, for example. And those features that can be built by an engineer and tested by a quality engineer in one day, that's the definition, one day, coded in one day, tested in one day, ready for the product, is called a JDI. JDI stands for Just Do It. People wonder why we don't just do all the Just Do It's, and that's because there's thousands of them. But yeah, we had a couple sessions today where people were able to sit in and engage with engineers and see them building the JDI features. So we have this thing called the backlog, which is a list of all the features we'd like to put in, and then we have a separate list of JDIs, and we kind of pick them off when we get a chance. Sometimes, for the record, the engineers love doing JDIs. It's very satisfying because you start and you finish in the same day. Great.
Yeah.
So every now and then in the cycle we'll have a JDI day or even a JDI week where we just pick a bunch of stuff.
I just, as a Premiere Pro user, I think that is so cool because it legitimizes every feature request. So submit them, because you never know when yours might float to the top of that log.
Exactly.
It could be done in one day.
Yeah,
that's not a promise.
No. It could. You said could.
Right.
Yeah. Not will. Could.
Any other questions before we wrap this up? I mean, again, this is Al Mooney in flesh, three-dimensional.
We're two-dimensional on Periscope, presumably, but
sure.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking why the forums are so important. Can you speak to that at all?
Why the forums are so important?
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, like anything, we have hundreds of thousands of users. The forums group people together in certain subject areas. All of the engineers, ask all the engineers to monitor the forums. So it's a great way for us to gauge how big or important or problematic something is. If a forum post has multiple hundreds of posts, all the people saying the same thing, then we get a pretty clear idea that that's a problem. So it's just a great way of elegantly grouping stuff together. And like I say, the engineers monitor them, so it's a sort of place where you'll get responses really quickly. Here's some of the engineers for
no character limits like on Twitter.
Ones, real ones.
Yeah.
Those are Adobe people.
Yeah. Three-dimensional engineers.
Those are the people that make Premiere Pro.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's true.
Steven.
Wrapping up.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
So Al, thank you. Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for all you do as well, because you're awesome. We really, really appreciate it. I don't know how you find the time, though. Thank you.
Just a fan.
Well, it's wonderful to have them.
Good luck with the next release.
Thanks,
Looking
man.
forward to it.
Thank you very much.
Bye,
Bye, guys.